Namo Buddhaya. Welcome back to a new topic that is about the ideal householders. In Vietnamese we say người cư sĩ mẫu mực. Before we go into talk about our news topic, may I share Happy Merry Christmas to everybody, includes our Buddhist devotees and non-Buddhist devotees, especially who believe in inner peace for the world. Our particular topics under the names of the ideal householders, it means a perfect home life. To become a basic Buddhist devotees, as I used to mention in our program, we have to conduct well in the three Dharmas, or the three teachings of the Buddhas. Those are giving, morality, and mental development. Namely, in Bali term, as Thana, Sila, and Pavana. But come to our real topics today, you all have to follow several steps as following. Okay, come to the meanings of our topics. This means a person who can be said to have achieved success in domestic life as a good householder, who is worthy of respect and emulation, can be measured by the following check. For number capital A, possessing the four kinds of happiness. These are the four kinds of happiness that are fitting for a householders, or that lay people should always make efforts to attain. They are briefly known as the four kinds of happiness for a householder: Kamma, Phoki, Sukha. Include Ati Sukha, the happiness of possessing wealth. Second, Phoka Sukha, the happiness of spending well. Number three, Anana Sukha, the happiness of freedom from debt. And the last one, Anavacha Sukha, the happiness of blameless conduct. Of these four kinds of happiness, the last is the most valuable So it really means that the possessing well, spending well, being freedom from debt, and being blessedness conduct are also gain the happiness according to the teachings of the Buddha in Anguttara Nikaya, Volume 2, page 69. And come to the capital B, being a model householders, people who live the household lives can be divided into several groups and classified into various levels. There are both bad and good, and the good can in turn be divided into several levels. The ideal householder who is truly worthy of respect is the 10 of the following 10 kinds of householders. Kamapokhi. In this section is a little bit long, so I decided to talk on the last group that called a special group is mentioned in the last number 10, which dedicates only the good ones or the good conduct. For special group, one who acquires well rightfully and uses mindfully and comprehendingly, with a mind that is detached, had the following characteristic. In this is located at number 10, that is the last one. Having acquired well rightfully, he supports himself comfortably, shares with others, and uses for good cause. Moreover, he is not obsessed or infatuated with wealth, but uses with full knowledge and awareness of its benefits and fall, its merits and demerits. He had the wisdom that free him, making him masters of his wealth. And these 10 kinds of householders was commended by the Buddha as the most excellent kinds of person, praiseworthy on all four counts, a model householder. So you can follow it, and I believe in you. You can do it and can be a model householder that can help Buddhism and protect and maintain Buddhism as well as until 4,000 years last. For the capital C, governing life with 4 qualities. He practiced according to the 4 qualities for leading the householder life, as well as the Karavasa Dharma. Karavasa Dharma is mean the Dharma for the householders. 1. Sakya, truthfulness. He adheres to truth, integrity, honesty, sincerity. He is as good as his word. He ensures that his actions are trustworthy and reliable. 2. Dharma training. He disciplines and restrains himself. He adjusts himself to conditions and corrects and improve himself so as to be constantly progressing. 3. Khanti, endurance. He applies himself to doing his work with diligence and efforts. He is tenacious and endures without wavering. He is firm in his aims and does not become discouraged. 4. Jaka, sacrifice. He is resourceful and generous. He helps others and performs good work. He relinquishes greed and pride and is able to work with others without being narrow-minded, selfish, or insisting on having things his own ways. That is Jaka. In section D, accepting responsibility for one dependent. He had good and harmonious relations within the families, among relatives, friends, work associates, and all of his dependents, by not only seeing their material needs, but also bringing mental benefits into their life, by being an examples of them and encouraging them in grow with the virtue known as the 5 qualities, leading to noble growth. Arya Vati in the Bali term. The 5 qualities leading to the noble growth is very important for one who wishes to enrich their own cultures to be civilization. You can take this following principle to develop your own way of life for your community, your society, including your nation. So what are they? 1, grow in peace. 2, grow in morality. 3, grow in learning. Grow in learning means encouraging them to acquire knowledge through learning and hearing, by advising them or encouraging them to learn those things that will receive, that will revise and improve their life and minds. And number 4, that is the last one. No, that is number 4. That is growing, giving. And the last one, it is number 5, growing wisdom. Growing wisdom means encouraging them to be reflective, to understand reason, to know good from evil, benefits from harm, what is useful from what is not, to see things as they really are, to be judicious, and to use their wisdom to investigate cause and conditions, solve problems, and perform and carry out their tasks effectively. Wisdom is the highest goal in Buddhism, and we know we can collect or we can approach the wisdom by 3 ways: by learning, by doing, and by learning, by thinking, and by doing. Especially by doing. The more we do, the more we practice, the more wisdom we get. That is the cause and effect of how to cultivate Buddhism, for how to cultivate wisdom for ourselves to resolve all kinds of the problem in life. The last of this topic is made regarding to 17 rules to conducting oneself as a good citizen. It really means leading oneself and one's families to prosperity and happiness, and being a constructive member of the society by practicing the following. I try to follow it. Try to follow this. If you focus on the constructions of your nation, so for others, your nation or all the people will be really present when you need ended. Number 1, I'm gonna mention the Bali term first, and then its meaning later. Number 1, na satharana rasa, not being promiscuous or preoccupied with sex. 2, na punche satumika, na punche satumika go, not selfishly taking all the thirsty morsel for oneself. Next, number 3. Na seve lokaya tikang, not wasting time arguing about worthless things. Yeah, you can walk away when you see any useless thing. If you spend your time with it, it will waste your own time and it will bring you nothing. It's useless. 4. Silawa, having good conduct and discipline, being established in the 5 precepts. Conduct the 5 precepts well. 5. Vatta Sampanno, performing one duty regularly and completely. 6. Apamatto, not being heedless, not enchanted at all times. 7. Vichakano, being judicious, doing things with wisdom. 8. Nivata Vutti Attato, being polite, not stubborn or arrogant, being open to the opinions of others. 9. Surato, being modest, possessing a love of defilement, cleanliness and orderliness. 10. Sakilo Mutu, having pleasant speech, being gentle in both deed and thoughts. 11. Sankaheta cha mittanang, being kind and generous to one's friends. 12. Samvipaki, sharing with and having people in general. And next, 13. Vitanava, managing one's duties efficiently and effectively. 14. Tapeya, supporting the learned and virtuous monk. So for the number 14, if it's possible, and while you seeing one who are strictly conduct the morality, the concentrations and our wisdom for the purpose of Nibbana, the extreme happiness, for the purpose of experiencing the ways to experience the light of the Buddha, or to experience the changes of the world, or the impermanence of everything existing. Yeah. You should support them. You should support them. That is considered as your duty to. 15. Dhammakamo, loving truth, esteeming virtues. 16. Sotataro, having read and heard much. those truths, knowing one fear. And number 17, Paripuchako, possessing an inquiring mind, seeking ever more knowledge. For number 17, Paripuchako is regarding to Tisika in the Bali term. That is the three noble training. Those are morality, concentrations, and wisdom. For the Buddhist studies, they consider the three noble training as the long life learning. We have to learn it for life until our last days in this world. And also they determine themselves. I mean, the devotee or for the Buddhist devotees, they have to conduct morality, practice meditation, develop their mental development for life, and also for this life and next life. So the topic today, even I mentioned many principles, including many subgroups of the levels in societies, and also was divided into there's many purposes. But these, we can summarize that. We can summarize into only three things, basic goals. Those are Sila, those are Thana, Sila, and Pavana. Meaning in English, giving, ethics, and mental development. This is for the Buddhist devotees. And also for you to build the foundations of the householders. And you can take this principle for upgrading your ideal householders. Only the ideal householders can maintain, protect, and propagate the teachings of the Buddhas to the worldwide for the happiness, for the prosperity, and for inner peace. To conclude, all of us can be the ideal householders, can be a perfect home life to protect and to develop our own family. And once again, I believe you all can do that. Namo Buddhaya.